is holding on currently to a lossless record coming in to winners finals, and I'm sure PAIKOr, a fan of sweeping the whole bracket, he'd love to clean up EU without dropping a game. See if the Seth can make it happen. And also, we did see a Prime earlier coming in, maybe exiting bracket, but still be entering the growing community of Rushdown subs. PAIKOr going to be starting things off, is going to get the first bit of damage. I think this might be a button check as these two, or, you know, never mind, just completely resetting from quick speed out to just dash dancing in place on other sides of the stage. PAIKOr comes in. Put all of these forward tilts.
Look at this skin. I believe this is the Nemesis skin. You could definitely check that out on the website if you're into some cosmetics. Personally, I like the golden one. I wonder if PAIKOr even has the golden one. He must have all the golden ones. What am I saying? He's been winning season after, I mean, week after week.
Yeah, he's had golden back from when golden used to be your tournament win reward.
It's
was
still
the
the
first
case.
person. He was the first person to get Warlock Herder in the entire scene. He actually won it at the Kenny Squared event. And then obviously has the Hero Queen Zoo, but tends to go for the golden skins. But now he has been quite partial to the Nemesis skins. No stranger to them. I think it looks sick. A massive attempt at a laser, not quite going to work out. Douchlas, all in all, did pretty much control the first stock. We didn't see much from PAIKOr outside of some stray hits. We're going to see a quick string here, cost PAIKOr his entire first section.
So just a reminder, something happened a while back. On the tournament where Douchlas won versus PAIKOr, he was actively sitting with him in voice chat while this was going on. I don't know if this is going on right now, I hope not, because they need to try their best to stay focused. But on the event where Douchlas won, PAIKOr kept reminding him and coached him in a way to say, you should play more passive. And Douchlas actually held to it and it worked out. So let's see if PAIKOr lets it happen again.
PAIKOr just he's going for the long play. The meta-fi PAIKOr definitely one of the game's greatest for sure. Especially EU, you want to be playing that coaching on that low ping so you can really figure out what your habits are, what needs to be sorted out. PAIKOr definitely one of the best to go for that.
We just got confirmation in chat by Ragnar that they actually indeed are in voice chat right now.
Of course.
Of course. I mean, they're so used to the stage, so used to fighting each other. I don't think it will change a lot. Definitely well aware of the habits, as well as the Azzy. The Seth might be a bit newer, but PAIKOr, not a stranger to secondaries.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely very, very quick at making the work. Sometimes they can be a little bit rough, but give it like a couple of games and it should be nice and warmed up. Obviously his Ashani was like that before, very unpolished back when it started, but now one of his better characters.
The jab forward air, the jab. Oh my goodness, so many stray hits and someone connecting everything besides the final one and gets clipped with the uppie as well. Crucial mistake here.
Yeah, definitely unsure PAIKOr. He's no stranger to calling himself bad. Very funny every time he does it, but definitely when he missed the uppercut, just know that I'm bad.
Oh, the double! The soft clip with the EX uppie reaching into another one.
Right, EX raindrop actually going to connect full screen. So not a flawless stock, but PAIKOr not much done on this one. As you said, Douchlas playing this a lot more passive. He's going to get caught by the hyper hop nair 2 in a row. This time keeps it grounded.
Factory situation, long landing, long lag on the get up attack there, and PAIKOr just staying patient here.
Yeah, Douchlas, I've just been looking at his DI, has been DIing down for most of these. I think it's messing up PAIKOr because it's just such a weird choice for DI. Not trying to go out to try and avoid the jab follow-ups, but also is making it so that even though PAIKOr's trying to catch the close ones, he's not able to follow up, but he is going to take the lead for the first time in the game. We'll see if it's short-lived. Just for the down air, not going to get punished.
Yeah, we're seeing PAIKOr having a minor lead, but it's been even across the whole game one. But now having some more mileage. Let's see if PAIKOr can be finished off or gets another opening and tries to dive in deep. Jumps back with a side B. One more hit might just do it. Gets the opening, but Douchlas missing it in 2 tilts. Just not getting to make the stock count just yet. But there it is. Just 35% in the lead for PAIKOr here. It's basically even.
Alright, we're going to see an opening string from Douchlas. Is able to pick up a bunch here against PAIKOr, forces him out, but Smart, doesn't use any resources, tries to fight his way back in, but is going to get clipped. Still in disadvantage now, but makes his way to center stage. PAIKOr once again going to be on the back foot. This time, Douchlas waiting for the hyper hop nair. It's been PAIKOr's combo starter of choice. Basically, every single time it's been what's getting him the most mileage, but now he needs to find a way back to the floor. He's in red, still with a burst. Douchlas really pounding his shield.
The Douchlas just not letting go of the shield. They're just pushing, forcing PAIKOr off stage there. And now holding center the entire time, forcing the burst as well. The downer through the platform has an opening, but couldn't make it count. The hyper hop again, just PAIKOr pressing so many buttons, so many hyper hops, and someone gets away with it, doesn't get punished. Just Douchlas trying to stay in the air. The downer gets the trade, and Douchlas getting the better of it. 1-0.
Player 2 wins.
Alright, Douchlas brings it down with the first points. We'll see whether PAIKOr is going to be making a quick switch or if he's going to try and force this one. We did see the trade on the down air with pretty much any button, not sure which it was, but it must have been a single hit, either up air or nair probably.
Regardless, once you're in the lead, the person down always wants to not trade, avoid trades at all costs. You will just get chipped out on the stock lower than your opponent. And if you don't get the finish, especially with the multi-hits, if you get a trade with a multi-hit and you hit for 3 while getting clipped by something like a Erda Fair for 15, that's not something you want to see. But we already have the next stage. Summon Peak, definitely strong for Seth, and we still stick with Seth.
Alright, so confidence pick. Obviously, we are still in the winners finals, so there's still plenty of time if he was going to make the change. But it may also just be that he's working on this as his actual counter pick for this matchup.
Could very much be, since Douchlas picked this character just because of PAIKOr, as far as I remember, since they played before the event and they coached each other in a way during the event where they just try to push the meta, not caring about hiding anything from the opponent, rather being able to be strong enough to beat the opponent. That's what these two players are in for.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, I would be genuinely surprised if Douchlas would even try the Erda. Obviously, even if you win a game with Erda, you're basically giving PAIKOr the free counter pick into Zoo, which even if there was a couple, like a dicey game here or there, PAIKOr is no stranger to bullying this character, especially like we labbed some stuff ages back to find out Erda counterplay, but I mean he's just such like one of the best Zurongs, if not the best Zurong in the game. You just do not want to play one of Erda's hardest matchups against the King of Europe.
Yeah, especially not just crucial mistake here, PAIKOr. No, he's not fine. The uppie was out, the wall jump, not enough, the burst. Just jumps off stage. The donations continue, but this time down again versus someone like Douchlas to forcing the burst already. Makes count of every slight mistake, and a full stock is not just a slight one at that.
Yeah, that's going to be big. Obviously, the last game was a little bit back and forth, even if it did feel like Douchlas always had the lead, but throwing away a lead like that, one good crumble deserves another.
The forced homie stock there, definitely not an intentional one, but you might as well give it back on the game where your opponent dropped one himself.
Yeah, definitely a forced error there, unlike PAIKOr's SD, so you can at least say that PAIKOr, low-key with the outplay, nice air tech in place, actually throws off PAIKOr. He wasn't ready for it this time. Douchlas able to hop, skip over the raindrop. And PAIKOr got to play it perfectly, tries to go in, but gets clipped immediately. Douchlas committing to the jab 1-2-3.
Douchlas doing a good job at clipping those hyper hops now, and look at this conversion with the uppie, looking like a Falco shine, or just Zurong shine, but a bit faster, I believe.
Alright, this time hyper hop nair going to connect, nice air tech to avoid the uppercut. It feels like PAIKOr's just a little bit late on those. I'm not sure if he's getting them out as fast as they could be, or if he's trying to wait for the irons being a little bit slow. Down air going to connect, and we are going to get the up air.
Oh, PAIKOr slid off. That was definite punishment with potential critical state, but the slide off.
Alright, nice movement there from Douchlas. Is going to have to tech to stay in. PAIKOr's actually getting pretty good mileage out of these down airs. Gets the tipper. Oh, this one's going to kill.
Goes super deep, the forward air. What a conversion to get the EX uppie still in time, knowing full well that Douchlas doesn't have the burst. If the burst was on deck, he might have just jumped into the blast on himself, but no burst, keeps it consistent there and safe just in time.
Alright, going for a grab setup this time now. PAIKOr feeling a little bit more comfortable, playing a little bit with reckless abandon, but manages to force out the air tech once again. Douchlas should still be able to make it back with the air dodge. able to float back after the burst, gets caught by the forward tilt, but the disadvantage is not stopped. We've basically seen no down specials from PAIKOr. He's basically been saving a lot of his battery for the raindrop.
Ooh, stays alive still, but you're right, the down B has not been utilized much, but the combo game a bit different than some other Seth players. One thing I noticed that I've never seen anyone use was just the forward throw in blue with the neutral B. Early on with the strong attacks, they're leading into so many more things, but the down B indeed has not been utilized. But now critical, that could just be it. And the critical makes the up B connect even with all the DI out.
You know, I immediately understand why he's picked this character.
Oh, forcing the burst already.
The old Zoo coming through with your the up special connections. Maybe a fusion of Wei Shan and Ashani, but that's an old Zoo special.
Yeah, the fusion characters having a mind of their own. It's not just like the other ones. It's a whole new breed.
Oh, gets the back air out there. That's that Ashani back air coming through. Alright, nice jab out.
Oh, keeps it safe with the spacing there and already forcing the burst there. The snipe as well. Just opts to use all the resources.
Alright, no battery on deck. Yeah, he spent his air dash early. He needed to wait. Oh, yeah. He's trying to get the parry off, maybe. Oh, no, he's actually just going to commit to playing offense. Gets the air tech out again. Nice drift back there from PAIKOr, not trying to overcommit. Oh, this time actually making sure to cool off.
And keeps it simple. Just connects with the forward air, connects with the neutral B. Zoom, no burst on deck, and 1-1. Dead even right now.
Yo, we may have doubted it in the first game, but this looks like a real pick.
You definitely said it. His secondaries are not to sleep on, and then give him like one game, and there it is. Already taking Douchlas. The first game looked a bit shaky, but this time made those openings count. And as Seth, you already know, as Seth, you like to dive deep, but sometimes you dive too deep for comfort, having some other player, Arioti. And we saw PAIKOr going really deep, knowing full well the burst was not on deck, getting the stock rather early, or rather, it was a dangerous situation. It might not have been early, but you gotta commit to it. And these comfort commitments is usually only happening if you're comfortable with the character you're picking. So definitely has some practice on the set, for sure, to know how to use his arsenal well.
Yeah, it really did feel like PAIKOr was smothering him little by little. He wouldn't do it for like just contained pressure. He'd get his like 40, his 50, and then he'd cool off a little bit. But then his next engagement, it felt like Douchlas was constantly having to preempt his defensive options towards the end of that game because every single hit that PAIKOr was getting bigger and bigger. But PAIKOr was able to just react to whatever Douchlas was preemptively throwing out and then punish accordingly. At no point did he ever need to reset too much. He would always reset within striking distance, so always just continuously be that threat, that mental pressure being applied.
And now, speaking of mental pressure, doesn't even use the Zurong at all, still sticks with Seth. I mean, it's 1-1, so there's still time to test, even if you go down 2-1. Good to try it out. What's happening?
Alright, well, are we still in? We see, speaking of Seth's, one of the premier ones, one of the flashiest combos in the game, Follow, is in chat, saying that we need to see more EX up special.
Oh, yeah. Did you just see what I saw? A lot of respect between these players. You didn't need to just wait it out and do the gentleman and let him neutral start. He was a bit late, could have abused it, but Douchlas is not with it, not for it. Just waits it out and gives him the time to get back and ready to game. But speaking of no! I can't believe PAIKOr took it all the way to the bank. Like, oh my goodness! Almost reversing all the way again and just 0 to death back and forth. What's going on?
I mean, PAIKOr's done such a great job as well of making sure his DI, he always looks like he's about to die, but always, at the very least, Douchlas is getting the burst out, but you know, at the end of the day, you want to be taking that stock nearly as fast. If we had any confirmation they were in a voice chat before this, as you said, Douchlas waiting it out, that's definitely the, yo, wait one quick, wait 1 second.
These players very comfortable to play another, even on the Azzy. Definitely a lot of respect from PAIKOr for that pick. He wants this game to be pushed as far as possible and definitely wants the opponent to play as well as possible against him, even if he doesn't want to lose. He likes the money of winning for sure. Oh my goodness, that interaction there, the plant being involved but already being... Oh, what is going on? The burst and the bite. Oh, we hate to see it, but at least the plant is out right now for stock number.
That's
3.
death.
Ooh, yeah, the double, the critical state makes it oh so true. Backward. Oh, up tilt.
And despite the 0 to death at the beginning of the game, PAIKOr was actually evening up the stocks with that interaction. Playing from behind once again.
Earlier. Oh, escapes the leaf. Just barely. Oh, the trade? Okay, never mind. I thought it might be high enough to take the stock, but good DI keeps it away from the blast zone. But now the tech chase might lead into something, but only a hit to the up tilt there.
Yeah, PAIKOR's still not getting punished for these down airs. The hyper hop nairs have been around about 50-50 though. Douchlas has been spacing himself out. This time, right as I say it, the down air finally going to get punished for the first time.
Yeah, Douchlas just missed the ledge there. It could have been a ledge drop into the kill, but no, misses the ledge, dives down, but still on the neutral, just gets another straight on soul percent, and now almost a full stock up. Before they're reaching below the ledge, well spaced by PAIKOr there.
It's quite impressive that Seth has a gold skin this early. Do all the characters in the game have gold skins yet, or is it just...
Oh yeah, everybody has it. Even Valora has it. Valora was already set up beforehand. The people doing a fantastic job right now of making everything available and ready when we need it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that just killed. Just straight to the blast and doesn't burst. Wrong DI, doesn't react to it, just falls to it. And this is now a 2-1 lead for Douchlas.
Alright, I did have that sneaking suspicion that Ashani did not. But alright, so it seems like, you know, Seth comes in with a DLC.
Wait, Ashani does not?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at the new characters. My bad. I was looking at Seth as well as Valora. The new characters instantly were ready with it, but I guess the old ones don't. My bad.
Yeah, I thought so, because Kenny is one of my practice partners. I've had to play Ashani so much, and we both were kind of just like, why doesn't she have a gold skin yet?
I guess they're looking forward so strong that I forgot about the old ones. I guess, oh, I remember. Some of the characters need a full remodel, so they're working on a full remodel until they get the skins. I think that might be the case. Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
Ash has had a remodel, though. She got a remodel thanks to the generous backers. Everyone that managed to make the Kickstarter a reality was able to push her across the milestone. So we were getting Weishan and Ashani. Ashani's obviously had hers now, has the sick like Afro dreads. I'm obviously a big fan. Dreads myself. I love her remodel. It's honestly so cool. I'm looking forward to seeing the kid one. We see the profile picture. It'd be cool to see like how that gets realized. But yeah, bring back Waveshine Ashani. That character's been gone for far too long.
Well, we're heading right back into Combat Lab right now. Not faced by the loss just now, but still down, still opting for the Seth, which is a tiny bit surprising, but Seth is one of the strongest characters in the meta right now. And wait a second. Seeing the zoo? Maybe he did a mistake on the website? Yeah, the Seth seems to be the pick, but the players are playing it out, so gentlemaning to letting him pick the Zurong definitely was aware of it since they're sitting in voice, if that's correct.
Yeah, so it's probably just an accident. PAIKOr probably just forgetting that he was playing Zoo. Short-term memory, it'd be like that. Oh, no big dunk.
Oh, what a shine as well. The Beyblade that could have led into potential death, but just early burst. He doesn't even want to take the percentage. And the Clank with the strong A just wins it outright.
Douchlas still able to make it back. No.
A bit too low. Misses the angle, misses the height.
And we've seen that a bunch. We saw that with Lily earlier as well. Sometimes a little bit difficult to try and get that up special. Nice rush in place. This is where we're seeing that ground game from PAIKOr. Not just the aerial game that Zoo is known for, but the ground game with PAIKOr is incredible.
Did you just see what happened there? The pickup by Douchlas was impeccable, and that pickup could have led into a leaf death, but the leaf was still on the returning end, so he couldn't throw it out. If you're not familiar, that leaf has now a closer hitbox, which does 12% and is way stronger than the further one. So that could have definitely taken the stock. Oh, the nair into the red burst? This is some new stuff left out here. I've never seen the nair into the red burst there. But
also, the best bit about red burst is it does give you full feather. So PAIKOr was already at 2, and I think off of that string basically pushed himself to 3 anyway, but put himself at laser just off the back of that red burst conversion.
Oh, the up air, what a connection there. That could lead to so much already. A lot of percentage down.
It seemed like PAIKOr had the read on where the up special was going, but unfortunately didn't have that shield up in time. Gonna get punished for it. But now drifting back with that blue neutral special.
I'm surprised that PAIKOr went for the charged forward instead of the upper. Usually the upper would have been enough to finish off the stock, but using the big hitbox, the side B into side B, but couldn't quite reach it. But on the drop down, the backer will take it. And now a tiny lead already. And speaking of tiny lead, building it out. But back to neutral, never mind. Drops right into Douchlas, forced to burst here. Gets clipped again.
Interesting that PAIKOr went for the down throw at low percent. He is very much of the mindset that anything other than up throw at low percent is trolling. So I guess, I don't know, maybe just input arrow. Down throw has been useful for like other combo tools, and it did actually convert to something. But up throw a little bit more consistent, and we see it right there. Forces the burst out. Douchlas knows exactly what's coming. Neutral rush. This time able to get it. Keeps it going.
Misses it and had the read, but also the spacing not correct. But right now, still with a full stock advantage, it might just not matter. But back to neutral, the shield pressure and the jab's just taking it. Might be 2 stocks apiece, but no more mileage for Douchlas, a full stock advantage.
Yeah, this has been rough for him. It definitely feels like PAIKOr, despite playing a very different pace of character, does not need time to warm up on the zoo. Still showing us exactly how he got that gold skin all those eons ago.
Lots of dancing, looking like another game, another platform fighter. Just the patience of PAIKOr. Sometimes when he needs to, he does slow it down, especially against Essie or Douchlas. He needs to be adaptive to their playstyle. Oh, not again.
No, that's a really early burst. You hate to see it.
Losing the burst on the last stock here is not what you want to see. Free melee. We got the melee in chat.
Oh, tries to go for the laser, but Douchlas is able to avoid it. But we are going to see the parry on the plant for the first time in this game. Yeah, PAIKOr, one of the mantras, especially when he taught me, he was teaching some of the other new zoos that may have really solid combo game. He said, your combo game is good, but one of the things you need to work on is not throwing away your advantage state. He is quite happy, despite being probably, well, I don't know, one of the flashiest and also one of the most prone to SDing. He is someone that is very much take your advantage, keep your advantage, don't throw it away unless you have to.
Oh, the reverse jab there by PAIKOr. It could have been a decent anti-air, but with that miss, there's still a chance for Douchlas to make something happen. A lot of pressure at the same time with Abraxas as well. It's the opening forcing the burst, but still soul percent, and now the opening that might just be it, but air tech barely enough. But the ledge lob get up attack on soul percent. Oh, the parry back and forth. The high pop not getting punished, the nair pushing too far, and the distance was just not covered by Douchlas, and now with the opening, this could just be a game number 5 situation after this.
Alright, there's the nair coming out. PAIKOr not able to get the connection. But this time, oh no, the blue shine. Not able to make it, but we've taken the plant off the field. Now PAIKOr with a whole host of things tries to go for the laser to finish things off. Not going to do it. I think the hyper hop in that direction was what he intended, but he's not going to get punished for it. Using that top platform.
Oh, and the forward tilt, very safe on shield, multi-hit, any hit will do it on soul percent, and there it is. We're having a game 5 situation. Now picking the main, let's see if he will stick with it. There's a lot of money on the line, so I would be surprised to see the Seth once again after the Zurong just worked.
Yeah, I'd be somewhat disappointed, honestly. I love my girl. Love to see PAIKOr playing it, definitely the peak of this character. And I think with your back against the wall, it's probably smarter to, you know, at the end of the day, he would have to play way more sets if he loses this next game. He'd have to drop into the loser side of things, play that, and then if he gets the run back against Douchlas, he'd have to play 2 sets just to come away with the bag. And I know as much, this man plays for the money. He's not trying to stick around any longer than he has to. The Sovereign Peak pick.
He already let it happen to a game number 5 situation. If you ask me, Sovereign Peak, this is the PAIKOr stage. Maybe not the Zurong stage, but it's the PAIKOr stage. The way he plays, the way his playstyle works, from what I've seen early on with my minimum understanding at the time, but now a bit more maybe. This seems like a PAIKOr pick, so I'm surprised to see this stage against PAIKOr from Douchlas.
Yeah, this is a pick that I very much would question It makes you wonder if PAIKOr had like 7 bans and could ban like every stage except Sovereign. I have no idea why you would come here.
2, 1, rush.
Right, you can see the 2 playstyles. Douchlas immediately backs off to the corner, sets up shot. PAIKOr quite happy to dash dance in the middle of the stage.
Yeah, the Abraxas went to the blast and just shoots it away from the stage.
Right, still yet to get any percent on the board, so that catches the rising jump as well. PAIKOr pretty much has not done anything committal just yet, but he also hasn't been able to push a single button. Forced to use the up B.
And
Challenge.
even doubting this pick already, the burst out, and now in red, just... Okay, first opening. Can he make it count? PAIKOr very familiar with all the 0 to deaths, but the single hit forward tilt didn't get the timing right on the freeze frame, on the critical state there.
Right, up air gonna connect PAIKOr from that left hand side. Finally getting an up tilt, but it is going to get the strong hitbox, so he's not actually able to follow up on it. 3 feathers available, Beyblade. Might have to just throw one out.
You might as well, because now the feathers are gone. Oh, Brax is still connecting on the back side of it. A decent mileage, but no conversion out of it. And this might be PAIKOR's stock, but no, not quite in range.
Yeah,
another critical moment?
Yeah, unfortunately, the way PAIKOr does those super jumps is he burns double jump as well. So even though he got the critical hit, he didn't have resources outside of the spark in order to actually get something. Nice use of the red shine to try and threaten, but is actually going to get caught swinging on the way down. So the lead does continue to expand. Finally in green now.
Every single pixel was made count on the shine the way it just whiffed, and Douchlas was able to pick up a combo there. As well as now being off stage, and PAIKOr just can't get back. The forwarder taking it off the top. One thing that Douchlas was labbing, even though last time when he labbed it, he didn't have the chance to come against PAIKOr being eliminated early. But he was trying to lab it, so the book forward air hits the legs, but it sends it on an upwards angle that kills off the top instead of off the side. And we just saw it in action.
Paying out. But, oh, doesn't get the conversion. PAIKOr struggling. Like, this is definitely the PAIKOr stage, but he really has not been able to do his stuff. There we go.
I can't believe that Douchlas opted for the parry there. That was such a confident parry, just being in the pressure.
The fact that PAIKOr was ready for it though, didn't commit anything too big, knew that he'd left a gap, and was able to punish accordingly. This time, gonna catch him DIing in, up tilt. Goes the wrong way though, gets the cross up I guess he wasn't ready for.
Yeah, the rising up airs lead into so much, especially with the super jump. Oh, the air take barely in time to avoid the uppie. The uppie could have set up to an early kill.
You can tell PAIKOr is trying to win here, because maybe PAIKOr stuck up, maybe PAIKOr tied up, maybe PAIKOr not in final game. May have considered going for down air, but this time he's going for laser side special. Hey, guess what? We're playing Rushdown, Revolt, and PAIKOr is not out of this game just yet.
Double zoom screen. The laser was a fake zoom for sure, but because I don't think it can kill unless it shoots you off the side, but then just catches all the movement. PAIKOr just ahead in time, and it seems like it doesn't even matter. Douchlas having something to say with the stock lead, and now good percent mileage.
Alright, this time gets the conversion, tries to go for the spike, but now everything that Douchlas presses on the way back, anything that connects is gravy for him. He's getting closer and closer to taking this game.
Yeah, the chip damage, it adds up. It might just be 7%, but so many times. Oh, the fully charged is not quite in time, and Douchlas able to air take out of it. The fully charged shine can actually kill mighty early. It just, so far, usually people set it up with a red burst, and so far it just hasn't worked out yet.
Alright, PAIKOr catches it with the forward air. We've got Douchlas currently on 13%, 2 stocks.
Ooh.
Now going to try it down to 150. PAIKOr 2 feathers on the 67. Trying to avoid Braxis over on the right-hand side. Going to get edge guarded. Keeps his burst though. Goes high. Spends the shine and the up special. Drops back to the right-hand side ledge.
Are we on the wrong scene? What's going on?
We are indeed. Alright,
Hop down there. I think we're on the wrong scene. What's going on? I hope the people can see the action. On my screen, there's
okay, he got kicked.
No way, ISO desynced?
That's rough. But we might be on the hands of an upset here. Douchlas currently in on 150. PAIKOr on the soul points. We've got a down air in. We've got the burst taken. He's just willing to play the rest of the stock out perfectly. forward tilt, but it is going to miss. He is going to tech in place, and he is going to get the jab. 1, 2, 3. Douchlas going to be your winner for the final game of Winners Finals.